Mollshoogte is a long gravel road pass located in the northwestern corner of KZN province, close to Volksrust and Charlestown. It's in the center of a trio of passes which traverse the escarpment in this area, the other two being Lang's Neck to the west and Barrowfield Pass to the east. With a height gain of nearly 400 meters and a length of almost 7 kilometers, this is a substantial pass, but the road surface is good and there are no particularly sharp corners. It shouldn't present any problems except perhaps during or after heavy rains. Nearby Charlestown started out as a railway station and customs post between Natal and Transvaal in 1891 until the Union of South Africa came into being in 1910. It was named after Sir Charles Mitchell, Governor of Natal. We filmed this pass from north to south. The pass begins as the road crosses over a small stream which is a tributary of the Slangrivier. The heading is almost directly into the south, and the road runs dead straight, lined by tall trees on the left as it climbs a small hill towards the summit. The descent begins, and the road curves slowly to the right through a grove of small scrub trees, followed by a gentle bend to the left. A short straight leads into a right-hand corner of 80 degrees, which is actually the sharpest corner on the whole pass. This is followed immediately by a shallow left-hander. Then the road straightens out for 250 meters. The gradient flattens out as the road crosses over a small stream, then another left-hand bend is encountered as the road begins a short but shallow ascent up a low hill. The nearby town of Volksrust has played a major role in the history of South Africa, especially in relation to both the First and Second Anglo-Boer Wars, primarily because of its location on the border between what was then the Natal and Transvaal provinces. What is perhaps not as well known is that this area also provided an interesting footnote which shaped the future of the Indian population in this country forever. It was in Volksrust that human rights activist Mahatma Gandhi and his wife were arrested on numerous occasions alongside other Indian protesters for peacefully marching against the Black Act and immigration law. Gandhi's campaign resulted in the Gandhi-Smuts Agreement of 1914 and better living conditions for Indians. Gandhi featured prominently in South Africa's liberation struggle during the 20th century. Gandhi is best known for adopting a passive resistance campaign and concerned himself with the plight of Indian residents and merchants in South Africa. At one point, Gandhi mobilized more than 2,000 peaceful protesters, mostly Indian miners and railway workers, to march along the same route that his wife had been arrested on to protest against the immigration law. He was arrested and sent to Volksrust Correctional Services and released on £50 bail. Gandhi's peaceful resistance was successful as Jan Smuts, the Minister of Justice at the time, was ordered by the British government to establish a commission to investigate the Indians' grievances. In early 1914, the government agreed to all of Gandhi's terms. They abolished the £3 tax and the Black Act and allowed Indians to move freely into the Transvaal and recognized Hindu-Muslim marriages as legitimate. Today, Gandhi's prison cell has been converted into a classroom where inmates are taught life skills to help them adjust to life after prison. The final corner of this traverse is a shallow left-hander leading into a short straight of 300 meters, which takes you down to a bridge over the Womeni River, which marks the end of the pass.